also go on live. Okay, great. Okay, come. We have to start already. Okay. Again, good afternoon or good evening. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming once again for our family association, holistic family association, where we truly want to reach out to as many people as possible. And I'm glad that even our chat room, all of you have been really our true sahabat, where you share the link, and now I can really see many more have joined our chat room. That's good. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So let me again, introduce what is this Yayasan Holistic Family Association all about. Yeah. Of course, today we are so thankful for Mr. Robes to come and join us. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Robes. Okay. Now let me start with this. Now, it is actually a foundation set up to educate, to equip, to empower, enrich, and engage individuals and, of course, families in all aspects. That's why we call it a holistic family association. So that a bit more wide-ranging, we can see whatever project that we can do to benefit the community, then we will actually do. That's why we actually have three-pronged approaches. So let me explain the first one. If you look at it, the first one is what we call giving voice. Yeah, actually, this WFA started by us lawyers. I'm a lawyer practicing Malaysia here, and with other lawyers, okay, we started this WFA. Why? Okay, is because when we handle cases, one very difficult task that we do is actually on the area of family matters, family disputes, and divorces and all that. So we actually started this association way back in 2012. Okay, as far as that 2012, where we just find that there are too many divorce cases, and we just do not want people to know that as though coming to lawyers to file a divorce as the end of the story. So we truly, in fact, want them to go for some kind of counseling, and we want to help them to be reconciled and not come to actually for this, you see. So we actually engage some people to help us, counselors, obviously, but we cannot be like keep asking them to do free, because really some couples, they don't want to pay any money. Yeah, but we just say we offer them free counseling. Yeah, they really want to give it a try. So that's how actually we started. That's why we start off the whole premise as a holistic family association. So we just reach out, not just this group of people, but perhaps holistically we can help more people and more families, right? So that's why our first initiative is what we are good at. Okay, we help by giving legal talks, okay, and of course help some young people to do some public speaking and debate classes and all that. Okay, so that's actually our first very initiative way back in 2012. Okay, right? Now, then subsequently, we see that, hey, there are needs, okay, to help some entrepreneurs. I think we started this second initiative somewhat 2017, 2018, when, you remember those times, economic not so good, even though there's no pandemic or whatsoever. Yeah, there are people hit by winding up or bankruptcy, you see. So then we see that, look, yeah, we can help now. That part, legally, we can help. Perhaps we just delay the matter. But if you ask me to totally scrap the whole bankruptcy or winding up, it's actually not possible, right? Now, you get the best lawyer, so you can't, okay? Especially if you just say you owe money, you just got to pay, we can delay a bit. So that's why we thought, hey, we are lawyers, we can't do much. Why not we engage some business networking group or whatever to help them to get more business, okay? That's why, that's why I can say that's a holistic family association is something whereby we just want to help people holistically. So we were in collaboration with this group, okay, called IEN, where they have some meetings, some networking session to just help, whichever entrepreneurs that need help, so as to really get them to scale up their business. Okay, so that's actually our second initiative. Then lo and behold, I'm sure 2020, where all this unprecedented pandemic came about. Then we see that, hey, it's so important to have this kind of food sustainability activities to be in place, and more so, okay, when we know that our country is actually importing so much of food. In 2013, can you see is 13 billion. Then in 2015, just a 2 years gap, it has jumped to 45.4 billion. And then, at present, okay, I think I got these statistics in 2019, yeah? 2019 already an amount of 77 billion. So that actually very alarming to us, okay, right? And we thought again, if we can do something, yeah, we want to do something, and we engaged. Okay, so happened actually our first talk was by our client, of course, at that time. In fact, all these titles also given by my client. Yeah, he told us about, wow, so very rampantly, a lot of people do hydroponics, may not be so good. So I thought, okay, we take it upon ourselves. Why not? Okay, we want to disseminate the information to many more people that go back to the soil, okay, to do planting from soil, which is the living thing, right? So of course, it gave us all these statistics to really tell the importance of farming from soil. And of course, we also thought that, in order to have food sustainability, we really want to advocate that everyone can farm. Okay, right now. That's why we then subsequently, after the first talk by our client, we then move on to get people, to get speakers, okay, to talk about farming, okay, right now. And of course, in fact, a lot of people say, hey, I do not know, and I'm glad. Of course, actually, this is my client who actually come up with this greenhouse. I thought I'd just let you all see, it's actually viable. BC people like me, I need this because, I just plant, or especially this one from my home. Yeah, I find it so good now. Everything is auto watering, auto fertilized, okay, right now. So I thought it's something good for you all to know. But what we really want to achieve in this third initiative is that we want to advocate everyone can farm. Okay, right? So that's why we have been bringing a lot of speakers who really, in a sense, teach us right now how to do farming, even from a small place, okay, to a bigger plots of land, and of course, organically, and of course, in a natural way without any pesticide. Okay, that's what this third initiative is all about. And of course, today, this is how we can collaborate individually, with speakers or any organization, I'll be glad to know them, okay, so that we can again collaborate and, of course, make bigger impact, not only to society, but perhaps to the whole nation, right? Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, the introduction of what is WFA all about. And of course, today, I am so glad, to know Mr. Robas, okay, and, really, the name itself already spelled out that he is such an innovative person, right? Now, in fact, when I first know him, I still call him Mr. Robert. Remember, yeah, I call him Mr. Robert, and you are the one who correctly, very correctly, corrected me that, hey, I'm not Mr. Robert, but I'm Robas. So yeah, in fact, oh wow, so creative. This the first time I heard this name, but really, I think it's very good because from then on, I remember you, Robas. You are the best. Okay, right? So perhaps I just quickly just introduce you for a moment, because perhaps other people who haven't known you, yeah, well known, okay, other people may know you, but just for the sake of perhaps some people who not know, yeah, in fact, his name, Robas Yong, is a name so synonymously linked to creativity and innovation. And in fact, he is actually can be termed as a garage inventor, okay, because, okay, he invented so many things, okay, right now. He is a believer and practitioner of his own metaphor called thinking without the box. Wow, that's a good one again, right now. We thought of just think beyond the box or outside the box, but he's saying that think even without any box, okay, right? So it shows that how innovative he is, okay? So Robas has been involved in numerous innovation activities, and of course, okay, has gotten, tons of awards, both nationally and internationally. Yeah, of course, he's an engineer by profession, okay? Then, of course, he founded his company called Prodigies Innovations in Berhad, and of course, teamed up with his wife, okay? Then founded Affinity, social enterprise, okay? And of course, he has lots of invention. Just to name a few, is a polyclone instant rubber stamp machine, kamikaze mosquito attracted glue. Yeah, we really want to know, so that if it's helpful, perhaps want to buy, those invention from you. Right now, automatic brick lock. Wow, okay, right now. A green wizard probiotic fertilizer. Yeah, that's be very good for us. We are all in the farming community here. Yeah, and a vision touch braille phone, I think, for the blind man, right? So I think all these are really fantastic, okay? And of course, I think today is talking about Infinity water filter system, yeah? Right. So really, I think without much further ado, yeah, I think, it's good for us to listen to him. But maybe I just want to say one more thing is his awards are the 2021 JCI Best and of the Best Sustainability Development Award. There's so many, in fact, yeah, A to Y. A to Y, that means 25 of them, right? And there's also a lot of involved in a lot of association like the MICE, MACRI, yeah, all these innovative association, also Health and Nation Building, okay, Pemandu, he's a member of Pemandu, yeah, and of course, speakers even in TED Talk, yeah. Okay, so I hand the time and the floor to you, Mr. Robes.
Okay, thank you, Esther. Thank you very much. I'm very flattered. All right, so we're gonna start it. Make it short and sweet. Sorry. I think we have to. Stop share. I can't. Hold on. Okay, you can hear it. You can see it loud and clear. Okay, so I think I feel like very out of topic, not speaking to gardeners on this topic. But I suppose
we actually want to know, Mr. Robes. In fact, I purposely also want to talk about a little bit on water, and also, the next speaker I want to look for is, people on solar panel, because sometimes I find that farming is also about sustainability. That means you just say water. In fact, it's perfectly. Don't feel out of place. I purposely would like to invite you to talk about this topic one, really.
Okay, sure. That'd be good. Okay. Right. So you see, so if you talk about water, we don't want to talk about these urban people, the city, everybody got water, right? So we are talking about maybe the rural communities, especially this orang asli or this, kampong people. So most of our projects, we always term it as the clean water comes easy. That's the reason why we term it that. As I go on, I will explain to you, right? Maybe some of you know, some of you don't. There are about 18 orang asli tribes in Malaysia, right? I already named all of them here, and they are all scattered. This is just in West Malaysia, but we're talking about East Malaysia. They do not call themselves as orang asli. They call themselves the orang asal or orang dalaman. There are millions of them there, right? Then most of them who do not live in the city, they will live in the sort of away from the city where they do not even have facilities like electrical and water facilities, everything, right? So this innovation will be more targeted to these people. So to understand these people, we must understand where do they get the water. As you can see from pictures, that either they get it from the well, or they get rain harvest, or from ponds, or from stream. That the women folks, they will have to carry the water from quite a distant time, because sometimes this type of ponds and water source, some of them are quite far away from the homes, right? Maybe the more richer community, right, more advanced community, they could have pipes, the water from the hill, they call this air bukit, from the hill to the homes. But the problem is that, I'll tell you what's the problem. The problem is that this river, this stream are not clean anymore. Right? So it means that, especially when it rains, after a heavy rain, the river, the stream will be contaminated because of the current, because of the logging, because of the mining, everything. If they cut down the tree, there is no more barrel for the rain to store everything. So the current becomes very, very fast and very swift. So when the current is fast, it will stir up all the dirt. So from there, the water goes to the home, right? Okay, this is what happened. I think it tells myself.
10 hari bulan Februari 2021. Jadi kita rasa amat syukur kerana kerajaan negeri Kelantan yang kita kasih ini masih lagi mampu membekalkan air yang berpotensi susu kepada rakyat sejak 30 tahun yang lalu. Bekalan air ini sampai ke setiap rumah, dan beginilah corak air teh susu yang dibekal oleh kerajaan negeri kepada rakyat.
Oh, so you're seeing that this guy's been sarcastic, but it's the truth right now. Right? Every time when it rains, when you open the tap, this is the water they're getting. And not too, I think a few years ago, this is what happened. The orange in I think in Kampong Ko, somewhere in Guamusang, many of them died because of contamination of the water they drink, right? Of course, the skin disease, everything, right? So what we're going to do? I think some of you must be asking, there are plenty of water filtration system in the market. Why can't they use it? Right? They are there. Okay, example like this. This is the system provided by Jaqua. Jaqua is the agency to take care of this honestly. Right? Okay. If you go to almost all the Orang Asli Kampung, you can actually see this system, but none of them is working. You know why? They also get this water from up here. So when it rains, the water get dirty, the water goes into the tank get dirty. When it goes through the filter get dirty, it will clog up within minutes. Right? And this thing, is shared by the whole community. Right? They built it near the community hall. Everybody share, everybody use. But who is going to maintain? Always this problem, maintenance. So maintenance between 3 or 4 months, you break down. So if you go there, you can see none of them working, right? So that is a big problem. I mean, you can't blame the government because they already give it to them. They cannot maintain, but it is not in working order, right? So these are some of the product water filter which are available. And the most common one, I think you all should know that this is the live straw, right? Live straw, okay, to use live straw, the people or you have to suck the water with a mouth through the filter. Yeah. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort to do that. And this thing, you cannot share. You cannot cook. Children cannot use it. Sick people cannot use it. So it's not a very suitable device for this Orang Asli community. This is good for maybe for this young and healthy, hikers, bikers, they are rich. One of these pieces costs 100 ringgit, right? And because of the surface area of the filter is small, it also get clogged up very fast, right? So it's not a suitable gadget to use. And of course, this one where we use a lot in our homes. Okay, why don't you say this is cheap? Why don't you give one of these to them? To use this, you must have water pressure at your tap. Without water pressure, this thing will not work. And this Orang Asli, they do not have water pressure on the tap. Normally, they get the water from the wells on the stream in a bucket, right? Or they have a small tank, which is maybe 5 or 6 feet overhead. That is not enough pressure for the water to pass through this filter, right? So it cannot be used. And they do not have electricity where they run a pump, right? So, of course, you can say, oh no, these are all expensive. This is, as you know, MVLA, right? See, all the technology within this expensive filter, one of these will cost maybe a few thousand ringgit. If you open up the thing and have a look, inside them, it's just a filter, right? Of course, the mechanism to pump the water filter maybe is very unique to them. But the concept of filtering water is the same. The water passes through a filter. What comes out through the filter are clean water, right? This is what we get from the home, right? So this is also using membrane, right? You see, you can see the membrane tube. So when the dirt passes through the membrane tube, the dirt will stick by the side, the wall of the edge of the tube, which prevent the dirt from going through. So what goes through the tube are clean water. So after a while, the membrane tube is dirty, and the user, all they have to do is open it up and rinse it in water. It's clean and you can use again, right? But this problem is that the Orang Asli cannot use this because they do not have water pressure. They don't have electricity, right? This is good for city people. And they'll cost a few thousand ringgit. And then you need installation, the piping, everything, right? So what we come out is a very simple version of this type of high-tech filter. We make it cheap, make it simple, make it practical. It comes, the whole set comes, we give them membrane filter, which is 0.02 micron, which is small enough to filter all these bacteria, all this dirt, everything already, right? So I will show you how the thing works, just a while, right? That's it. Basically, what filter does. Right? So still for the RRC community, it must be the cost. The cost must be cheap. You cannot have expensive costs. No who's going to pay. Right? The transportation must be easy. Logistic, you bring it to them. See, some of them live very far inside the remote. Even your car cannot go inside. Sometimes even the lorry cannot go. You cannot go there and build infrastructure for them. You take a lot of metal to build things for them. The transportation is a problem. So if our thing is very small and very simple, it's just 0.75 kg, less than one kg, right? So it's very easy. And of course, maintenance, everything must be simple. Okay, you see, I will show you how the thing is assembled. Right. To set up the thing is simple. We give them everything there. This is all what's in the bag. It comes with a membrane filter. The innovation is actually the cap and the system. It's not the filter. Filter, we can use any filter. Right? So you use a bottle, a Coke bottle, a Pepsi bottle, 100 plus bottle, any bottle will do. So the connection is very simple. Even the pump is inclusive. Right, we give them the clip where they can mount to the wall. Even the screws. Right, so when the filter is dirty, you just open up the cover, right? So you just rinse it in water, it will be clean, and use again. One of these filters can easily last 4 or 5 years. This is actually what you find in your machine, like even the MV or Kobe, whatever machine. This is how you use it. You can see how dirty the water, right? You just need to pump a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times. Right, the water comes out, it's crystal clear. Even to stop pumping, the water will keep flowing. Right? So these are some of the places we have gone through. So this is what the features are. It's easy to set up, easy to use, easy to maintain, whatever. These are some of the places. You can see this is, I think, one of the Pate tribe in Pahang, I think. Right? You can see as near as Ulu Langat, as near as what say Gomba, Sungai Buloh, there are plenty of orang asli. Right? So of course, like places like Sabah and Sarawak, we employ hundreds of them there. Every time we go there, we get in there. Some places. Okay, this is some of the other country which we actually have deployed them, even to Myanmar, to Nepal, Bangladesh, all these third world country, I suppose. Right? even the Lombok, Lombok, this project is undertaken by this humanitarian group of this UKM. It's a doctor, these young doctors, they have this humanitarian group, right? So they go there to maybe for the trip, and I don't know what they call that, right? To deploy. So they take, I think, about 100 sets to give to this Lombok relief center, right? These people are still living there today, from the earthquake, right? They cannot go back because the earthquake happens every day, right? So, and the water they are using is actually tube wells or something. Oh, this is taken because we also sponsored. We sponsor a lot also. Even to this our Malaysian Royal Malaysian Air Force. They took it there for their humanitarian group, right? I think this is humanitarian group. Okay, this video is taken at the Rohingya refugee camp in Bangladesh, right? These refugees actually live in the camps where they're getting the water from the ground. They call it tube wells. They dig a well, they pump the water out. You see what the water comes out is dirty, it's muddy. The most they can do, what they're doing all the time is that maybe they just let the water settle, maybe use a piece of cloth or thing to tape the water, and they drink. It's not that clean, right? But you can see with our system, this system is using ceramic filter. The water comes out crystal clear. To them, it's a miracle. They never seen clean water in their life. But the good thing is that we do not need to build infrastructure. We do not need to build, like a tower or a big tank or anything. We can use any water. You can just take a bottle of water. You can make it clean. This project is undertaken. We have a cooperation with this guy from Mapin. If you don't know, it's Mapin. Mapin is a Muslim association, so we work closely with them also lah. They take it to Bangladesh, take it to Syria, Yemen, all these Muslim, war refugees. So, right. So these are some of the awards we have won throughout the years. It started in 2016, I think it started that. But it was earlier, of course, it was R&D thing lah. Spent a lot of time on that. Right. This picture is taken at the recent flood. I think last year flood. This is taken at the Sepang. I think Sepang, the I don't know what the name is, Kampung Tadom or something, right? You see, every time when it rains, when there's a flood, a lot of NGO, of course, NGO are good-hearted, they will bring in water for them, especially water. Of course, water is the most important, right? They bring lorry loads of water, to them, as you see, But at the end of the day, what happens? All the plastic bottle will be there as rubbish. There are hundreds and thousands of them sometimes, right? Maybe these are the things that cause the flood, right? So if you can actually dig up water, it's not that you don't have water. Why don't you filter the water and drink? They are drinking water anyway, right? So for us, we work a lot of NGO, we work a lot of companies who actually sponsor our project, right? They do not give us the money. They actually purchase the equipment from us and sponsor to them, right? They do not sponsor us. We are just a supplier, right? Our part is that we come up with the innovation, we make it cheap and affordable. That's all, right? Of course, we also look, for those people who deserve the thing to deploy to them, right? So this is some of the press we have gone through. Right. This tribe is in Pahang, they are the batik tribe. You see. These people, this tribe are nomadic. They do not stay in one place, right? So you cannot build a system, a permanent system for them because they're on the move. And the water, you see, they drink, this is all from the stream, from river. It's dirty. Of course, it's okay. See, comparing, the original water and what comes out, see? Right? Okay. This is actually my wife's project. It's not my project, but I help her in the innovation, right? Maybe some of you have seen this video.
I was helping out in Orang Asli village 3 years ago. I see that the water came out from the tap so dirty. They said they have no choice and there's nothing that they can do about it. I asked the husband, who is an inventor himself, how to solve this problem. So he told me that maybe you should think way to solve the core problem. One day, there's a eureka moment came to me. As I was ironing the clothes, as I pressed the spray button, I realized that actually I can create the pressure, manually. So I was trying my best, to come up with drawings, the ideas of drawings, how to come up with something that will fit into the 1.5 liter bottle. And then finally, we came up with the infinity easy water cap. It's just a very simple device, to help the people to have clean water fast and easy. I want to help these marginalized people in rural communities. It doesn't matter where are they from and which sport they believe in. We just believe that what we are doing is just in the name of humanity. We reach out to the people who are in need of clean drinking water. I am just a housewife. I believe that anybody, if they think that they want to do something or make something out of it, they can actually make something out of it, as long as they put their heart in. When they are, especially children, those people who have never seen or tasted clean water in their lives, it really touches me. I'm very happy and honored to help these people.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Now, right, innopreneur to call themselves technopreneur, entrepreneur, So, as a must be, so I always come up with for those people who do not actually heard about me, maybe this short video will have a introduction.
Dalam dunia serba moden ini, teknologi yang telah dicipta untuk memudahkan kehidupan seharian kita. Tapi korang tahu tak, terdapat juga barangan harian yang kita gunakan sebenarnya dicipta oleh orang Malaysia sendiri. juga kan di seluruh akan senaraikan pelbagai dan teknologi yang kenal di seluruh dunia untuk menyiapkan sebuah sistem coklat boleh memakan masa sehingga disebut dan mengadaptasi teknologi percetakan yang beliau jumpa di Jepun. Setelahnya, ciptaan ini telah membuatkan beliau memenangi pingat emas di pertandingan mencipta antarabangsa pada tahun 1994 di Geneva. Selain polikron, beliau juga mencipta barangan lain seperti pelekat nyamuk, baja, inkubator telur yang membolehkan orang buta menaik menggunakan telefon pintar di mana alat ini tersenarai dalam list yang seterusnya. Telefon pintar orang buta masih lagi alat ciptaan Robert Young. Real Vision Touch merupakan alat menggunakan telefon perlu membuat naik aplikasi Vision Touch dan menghasilkan kekunci pada skrin. Kemudian, pengguna perlu menggunakan pelekat dan ditampal pada skrin telefon di mana pada pelekat ini terdapat tanda yang bertepatan dengan susunan aplikasi Vision Touch bagi membolehkan pengguna dengan pasti kedudukan papan kekunci pada skrin. Yang menariknya, alat ini mampu membantu pengguna untuk membuat panggilan dan tepat dan media dan portal berita.
Mr. Roberts, I think it is laggy, the video. Yeah, a bit laggy.
Okay, one minute was, but no.
Yeah.
Was. I think it doesn't matter the was, right? Okay. Now since you
Maybe
are
you just explain to us. Maybe you explain to us. Yeah.
Sorry?
You explain because I think the video is laggy. We are unable to listen to the audio. Yep. Yeah, cannot hear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, just now I want to see
maybe explain to us the invention.
one of the earliest innovation was the one of my successful invention was the rubber stamp machine. It's a machine. See, those days for you to make rubber stamps, you actually go to the bookstore, right? You make an order. Sometimes it would even take you 1 week before this shop can actually give you your stamps, because for them to make those days, it's a very tedious, slow and tedious job. They have to arrange. They have to pick the letter bits. Your name is Alibaba. Have to put A, L, I. I think my internet connection is right. They have to arrange everything. Then they make a plaster mold. They make a rubber thing. It's very slow and tedious. That's why it takes 1 week. So when my invention come out, it's a machine. We can actually make rubber stamp in 5 minutes, right? So it actually revolutionized the whole industry. Those traditional rubber stamps, these old people who actually make rubber stamp, all of them are out of jobs when my machine came out, right? So it was people say it's a disruptive innovation. That was in 1994, right? So now you can see, until today, you can see a lot of bookstore in town, right? Where they put rubber stamps, 1 jam, setengah jam, right? That was my invention, right? So the other one you saw was the Braille phone. Braille phone is actually to enable a blind person to use a touchscreen phone, touchscreen phone. So for the blind people to use a phone, if they must actually use the old type of phone, right? Where you can actually feel the keypad, right? But for a touchscreen phone, there's no keypad. right? They cannot see, they cannot feel touch screen.
Mm.
How are they going to use a smartphone?
Mm.
Right? So you think it's impossible. So my invention is very, very simple. We developed an app, you see, to bring out the dialer in Braille. Braille, as you know, that there are only 6 buttons. Right? With all plus 6 buttons, you can actually construct all the ABCD. Right? But the problem is that the 6 buttons are there, but they are blind. They cannot see, they cannot feel. How do they know where are the buttons?
Okay.
So how to solve this problem? The idea is to put a screen, like a plastic, which we will paste on top of the phone screen, and we make a mark. It can be a hole, can be embossed, it can be a detect hole. See? So like the mahjong, I'm sure you know what's a mahjong, right? So there are the points are there. They can actually feel where are the position of the hole. From there, they can actually type as fast as you and me, right? So we have already given this to an association of blind, to other people. All they have to do is to download the apps, and they get a friend or somebody to make a screen for them. They can use this screen protector, right? They buy a screen protector, they paste on it, and they make a mark which they can feel. Right? It solves the problem. Simple as that, right? Okay. So now we come out with my. You can see my screen now.
Okay. Jack.
Right. So
Ah.
this is one of my invention which will interest to your gardeners lah. Right. So as you know, I'm sure you heard of the story of Jack and the beanstalk.
Yes.
This Jack is able to grow the beanstalk up to the sky. So what is the secret? Is it the beans? Of course, we make a story. It's not the beans, it's a fertilizer.
Yeah.
Right? So we develop a kind of fertilizer which is a probiotic fertilizer. Means that it contains a kind of probiotic enzyme where when you put inside the soil, the microorganism will multiply. We need microorganism to break up all the nutrients which is existed in the soil and what you're putting in, right? Because you see a lot of people try to, especially they use this chemical fertilizer, right? If there is no organic matters, microbe to break it up, even how much you put, there is no effect. And I'm sure you can see people, some home gardener, they put until the plant cannot grow, they put more, and then one day, what they do, they change the soil because the soil itself become a dead already because it's poisonous, right? So what we do is that this technology, what we're doing is we are putting in enzyme. Other from the nutrients, the NPK, everything, you also, the most important part is the enzyme, where you put in the soil to make the microbe to multiply. You have, I'm sure you have, I think heard some of the speakers talk about EM, the effective microbe. It's the same principle. You can either put in live microbe, right? Or you can grow the microbe which is existed in the soil. Because we export our product, we cannot have live microbe. You can export, right? So instead of putting live microbe, we put the food, the enzyme to grow them, to multiply them. There are local microbes in the soil already, right? So this is to solve the problem of these people having gardeners, especially home gardeners, right? Those people who plant just for flowers and small things, right? To solve the problem is that they do not need to buy big bag, bulky bag of fertilizer. Right? As you know, most of this fertilizer, you come in a big bag, most of the content are just fillers. Right? Maybe 80%, 70% are fillers. But the actual nutrients, maybe let's say 3, 4, 5, that thing is very low nutrients. Right? But you think it's cheap, but it's more expensive. Right? So these are some of our advertising type, our promotion type of memes. So so we always post this in our website, right? So instead of a big thing, why don't you make it small? See, ours is concentrated. If you make something concentrated, it is small. When it's small, you are actually saving on the packaging, saving on the logistic, saving on the storage type things. Why do you need to buy a big bag and you put in a lot? Why don't you buy a small and you put less, right? So the application is simple, right? It's just like just sprinkle on, like you sprinkle your salt or you people that you sprinkle like Ajinomoto, the people like cooking Ajinomoto just sprinkle. So for our plant, you just sprinkle. You only sprinkle once a month, just enough amount enough to cover a 10-cent coin area, right? Once a month. That's all you need, and then just water, right? Oh, this is joke lah, no? We all say that Jack love our green wizard. Of course, Uncle Rogers every day talk about Ajinomoto lah, right? So we want to make gardening fun, is it? We do not make it, our Malaysian gardeners is such that they want a beautiful garden, but they do not like gardening. They do not like the hassle of gardening. So this is to solve a little bit of a problem. So our products come is that it's easy application. Just sprinkle on. It's concentrated. So you just need to put very little. One bottle.
Yes,
if you got one pot of plant, can last you 15 years.
Wow.
Last you 15 years before I finish, because you need to put once a month. 1 year you put 12 times. One bottle you can actually put 200 times. So it's more than 15 years, but of course, no, you just say 15 years, right? It comes in a lot of publication before. This is some of the magazine of the, I think this, we did this a long time. It's just 2003, we really have been doing this thing already. So this R&D, everything is done with cooperation with UiTM in Shah Alam. This is we are funded by MTDC on this project. So it's a long time already, this project, right? So we already even sold to many countries, even like Australia, Japan, all these countries already. Right? Because it's simple and practical, of course the result must be good lah. This is I think in UK or something lah. Right? Even for aquatic plant, this guy actually he plant all this aquatic landscape, so when he put the thing grows until become a jungle, is it? This is my home, right? So I plant a lot lah. My small garden, but I plant a lot. This I think you can see how bushy how the flowers is, right? Right. So this is, you see, I outside my house I plant all this bunga kantan. The whole year it'll be having flowers for me. So I cook, and I like to cook laksa, the thing for you. Look at my fern, huge. It's just beside my pond, right? This is this picture is sent to me by my user, right? They use a lot of this. My users. Right? This is my home. You can see the this is the what bunga kasidang. The whole tree is full of flowers. You only put once a month, right? You can notice that the leaf is shining and lavish. It's shining on. Then our people when you go touch a leaf, people swear this is plastic. This is not leaf. The leaf becomes so strong. I say even a grasshopper eat already. The teeth also pain. But you can see how vibrant the colors, right? See, to a plant, most important is the nutrients, right? If your plant doesn't grow, it's not because of anything, because of the lack of nutrient. Example, if you see a skinny little boy in South Africa or Africa, right? Because they don't have food to eat. If you feed them well, they grow big and fat, right? It's not about anything else. So I grow some fig trees, and they bloom everything. These are some of the plant vegetable. This is my wife. We plant our own vegetable in the house. We have our own chicken. We are very organic. We raise chicken for our own eggs. Okay, you can see even a pot, right? Just a pot of plant, you can grow. Right? You see, plant do not. You see, soil is not that important to a plant. So plant do not eat the soil, Plant only consider nutrient inside the soil. If you need a big space, because the roots need to look out for food. But if you got food between a small area, the plant will still grows, right? They do not have to look very far away. This is, you see, my jambu, right? It grows like pimple, The whole tree was full of fruit. I used to teach. The jambu is as big as my son's head. See, jambu usually one bunch, maybe 1 or 2 fruits, right? We can make it until it grows in the clusters, right? You got 5 or 6 or 7 fruit in one bunch, and you can see how huge is a lotus. I used to do promotion, I used to give talk, I used to do workshop for gardeners. Last time we before the COVID time, we have a group of gardens, I think in Shah Alam, that side, where they get people to practical. They teach them how to do crafting. They teach them how to do all this soil mixing, everything on. It's quite interesting. I think you all should start this also. It's a practical, I think. Right. So our product, we even sell through vending machine through, most of them through Korea. You can do for Shopee and Lazada, that thing, right? Oh. And in some countries like Indonesia, Thailand, a few countries, they are selling it through multi-level marketing MLM company, right? But under their own brand, they sell a lot because it's a membership. We've got thousand memberships. This is where our main market is, not so much on here, right? So that's why you seldom hear about our product in local, right? So even like other countries, they sell under their own brand. Right? So this is what we say. 50 million fans of Aries cannot be wrong, right? We already sold, I think, about over 50,000. True, but after so many years, right? I think almost 20 years already.
We never heard, rubber swap.
Yeah, because we don't actually promote locally because most of them are
something good to promote in Malaysia.
Yeah. Not very patriotic, I know. Right? So one of these can last you 50 years. If your plants can speak, if you talk to them, I think they will be thanking you for using our product. Okay, this is the last slide. Then you can ask me questions. Last video. Well, this taken some time ago already, when I was younger.
Forestry, botanics, and fertilizers. These are some of the fields in which Malaysians have created new and better ideas. And this is what we bring you in today's episode of Malaysian Inventions and Innovations. Coming up next in our solo innovative segment, the new product for greener and healthier plants. Robert won his name as he is one of the best-known independent inventors. He has won over a dozen awards for his inventions. Robert was named for himself as the inventor of the polyclonal instant rubber stamp machine. With diversity in mind and interest in gardening, he experimented with a new formulation for fertilizer that led to the development of Green Wizard. From a very early age, Robert Young had a penchant for creating new things. Over the years, he has created dozens of inventions and won dozens of awards, both national and international. Among the awards are National Inventor of the Year in 1994, awarded by the Ministry of Science, Technology and the Environment, 1997 National Youth Award, Outstanding Young Malaysian Award, and medals at the Geneva International Invention Exhibition.
I was interested in all this invention when I was young. I was a school, like all these new things. And I only started very invention in 1998 when I started making the rocket machine.
Among Robert's most successful invention is the polycone instant rubber stamp machine that was launched by the Prime Minister in 1994. It is an invention that revolutionized the art of making rubber stamps. With this machine, even the most intricate rubber stamp can be produced within 5 minutes. This invention found its way to market all over the world, including Thailand, New Zealand, Russia, and the United States. This enterprising inventor now manages his business from his home, which he has refurbished inventively. It has a well-equipped office and plenty of rooms for Roberts to think and experiment his ideas. Green Wizard is an organic-based fertilizer. It contains enzymes that help to promote the development and multiplication of microorganisms in the soil. This will help to decompose the soil and increase its nutrient content.
When I moved in this house, I was doing gardening before I was never gardening. So when I went to nursery to buy some of the fertilizer, what I saw was very powerful, how some big bags, and then the package was very valuable. So my idea is to get something which is more convenient to apply. I mean, for home convenience, we need something which is more convenient, more the application of the simple, and it must work well. This is what I'm going to apply.
The specially formulated fertilizer is packed in concentrated powder form. The uniqueness also lies in its packaging. It is clean and convenient to use. Just a dash or two. The next dash of fertilizer is only required after 2 or 3 weeks later.
This fertilizer can put any kind of plant, even flowering plants, fruit plants, vegetables, anything. The doctor is a soil fertilizer. In my thinking, soil is not important to a plant. Soil is just a hold the root, right? The plant doesn't see the soil. Plant only see the nutrients. So this is to add the nutrients into the ground, and this fertilizer, the unique part is that it contains a certain kind of enzyme. We call it a probiotic enzyme. Where it's in the ground, it will enhance the growth of the microorganisms of the bacteria. We need this bacteria to break down nutrients which we put in and which already existing in the soil. Only then the plant is able to stop it. And we also contain kind of chelating agent which makes the water wetter. What I mean wetter? Wetter is a filtration water, right? We need the water to be more efficient. For plant, the drop the nutrients through the water. If the water is not thick or too thin, the plant only to stop the water. It don't fill up the nutrients. The what is that the water is thicker, and when the plant will drop the water, it fill up the water. That's why it works very well.
The advantages of Green Wizard are many.
I ability to us and go very far. So my answer is for all the home gardeners. Home gardening is not every home shall have plant. Even if there is a big garden or small garden, I'm sure that less small for plant. Right? So for some people who have a small garden, if they go to nursery, normally buy a big fertilizer, which is very inconvenient. They have to put a lot. Right? So those which they cannot finish, get the rubber, tie the rubber, and put it Tupperware, and then keep it for a long time. So sometimes if they forget about it, the water goes inside, and it's just point never store it. But my product is very simple. It comes in very concentrated, and the application is so simple that you can just put like a drop, not just apply in, and it works very well.
Robert Young has not advertised his product, but friends and neighbors have already placed orders for the Green Wizard. That's because his large garden does the advertising for him.
Few of it multi-level companies, very exception for it. So these people have all the networking. They're very interested in this product, but this is repeating all the product. So my target is every culture. Even the people live in an apartment, where they only got one house plant, so these people are working for the CEO, where they don't like to put on a special building to do the gardening. They just want a one house plant, but this will be very profitable for them. They don't dirty your hands, and they just don't look to line in the house. So my target is even from the biggest bungalow to the smallest apartment.
Healthy leaves, luxuriant flowers, and bountiful fruits. The result of Robert Young attending to the root of the problem. His wizardry in inventions has
Okay, I think Mr. Rabas, I think it's no more already. Mr. Rabas?
Yep.
Ah.
Yes.
No, just now cannot hear.
Okay.
Aha.
Is it okay? I think finish already.
Finish already, huh?
Okay, I think question and answers.
Yeah, a lot of questions.
Sorry.
Everybody want to ask a question.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah. Okay. First and foremost, again, thank you very much again.
Okay.
That's really, I think we are just so amazed, okay, by all the inventions that you have. And of course, what interests us most is the Green Wizard, because here we are the community of farmers, or home farmers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go through the questions and then to ask you one by one. Okay. First thing first, of course, let me see. They asked, I think the first question I can remember is that, is it organic lah, huh? Right? Is this a Green Wizard organic? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You see, you must understand there are three types of fertilizer. Organic and synthetic, of course, the petroleum base. But in the center, there are things called inorganic. Inorganic is actually from the mineral, from the rock, the sand, and all this, right? They are natural. this is not like petroleum based and other all these things, because this is natural. Ours, to be honestly, is inorganic. It's made from minerals, right? Example, you see in a jungle, you can see a tree 100 feet tall. Do you think it depends on organic fertilizer? Organic means usually a topsoil, maybe 4 inches for the leaf to decay or for the animal to do whatever business, right? It's impossible, right? It's a soil that is nutrition to them, because the roots could be very, very deep, right? So it depends on actually the mineral inside us. People say that volcanic soil is good, right? Volcanic soil, it's not organic, it's still alive. So there's nothing wrong with inorganic. If you're talking about, so most of people who sell organic fertilizer, they will compare, okay, organic is good, organic is safe. They will jump to artificial, synthetic. This is not good. They never, mention the word inorganic, right? So there's nothing wrong with inorganic.
So basically, it cannot be said organic, but it's inorganic, but it's natural. There's no pesticide, there's no chemical.
Yeah, the word organic, you can use the word organic.
Yeah.
Right, because the community do not understand what's organic,
Okay.
But for me, I believe that it's not synthetic like petroleum and made from petroleum. That should be natural.
Yeah, natural.
Somebody asked how much, right?
Yeah.
Somebody asked how much.
How long?
We are actually selling for $39.90.
$39.90.
Right? Or one tube. Last you too long. Sometimes last you 10 years.
Okay.
I still don't know. But you see, even we mentioned 15 years, of course you got 100 plant. So you have to divide by 100 lah. So you can still be buying a few months later lah. I have to be honest with you lah. Right?
Just now I saw you in the video, you were like, putting it like 3 shakes, Actually,
the cameraman. The cameraman said, can you repeat it again?
Okay. So supposedly, how many shakes to be? How many times?
Enough. You see, if it's in a pot, to cover a 10-cent coin, enough already. Enough to cover a 10-cent coin area.
Oh, okay.
Just one dash.
One dash, it's actually just one dash. Okay.
Yes, one dash.
Okay.
Right? Then you water it down.
Then after you must water lah. You must water.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? You must water.
Okay. Now I think the next question after whether it's organic is how to buy the Green Wizard in Hong Kong. Any reseller there in Hong Kong?
Oh, we don't have agent there. we have in Philippines. We have in. Actually, we sold some in Hong Kong last time. Because some people, some people are entrepreneurs, saw the thing because we exhibit. Sometimes we go for exhibition and people buy it. But some people are not business. They don't have it.
How about how to get a water filter? That's the next question. Your water filter? How to get that also?
Okay, they can contact me because this one, this is a water filter. Is more on the humanitarian thing. We don't actually sell it through the spoken. We do that. So those people who actually approach us, we are selling the whole set for 175 ringgit. Everything. But for NGO, for those people who use it to help people, we offer them at 125. So it's very cheap. It's not about because sometimes you see the filter itself. If the cold way thing, how much is one of the filter? 600 ringgit. Every month they charge you, right? Yeah. So we for us it's about humanitarian. We bring the price down as low as possible, so make it affordable to able to reachable to these people who need, especially the orang asli, the flood, all these victims, right? Like Sabah and Sarawak, I think a few months ago, last year, it was a bad flood. So like people like Lottery Club, Lion Club, they're the one who actually, sponsor them. They do not sponsor me. They just, we sell it at a price, this is a cheap price, right?
Okay, now there's another question of what's the content of Green Wizard. Of course, you don't have to tell us exactly your formula, but roughly, if you want to know how organic.
Show it on the catalog, maybe I can tell you.
That's the catalog. Like example, what are the main ingredients of Green Wizard? Yeah.
I need to look. I need to look at the catalog. Okay. NPK is there, NPK is there.
NPK,
it's about 15 of NPK, right? Because we put in high dosage. Because not all plant need like N, right? Not plant. So for us, we want to make it practical for universal. So we put everything in. Those who are not used, which are not used, is wasted. It's okay. Right?
Okay.
Because if you are talking about the plantation thing, they cannot do that because fertilizer expensive. They want N, they put N. They want P, they put P. You see. For us, because we are selling as a premium, you know. So we make it universal. So we do not have to put red color, green color, blue color. It's marketing become very tedious.
Okay. Now the next question is that, you know, if just this green wizard is applied to the water plant, okay, with fishes inside, will it kill the fish?
No. My pond still got fish on. Of course, you don't put a whole bottle or 10 bottle in. Panadol, eat too much also die, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now, can grow figs in pots with green wizard? Can, right? I think just now that's what your plants are, right? You grow figs and then
pot is much better. Pot is much better. You can control the thing. If not on the ground, you put the soil after the rain comes, wash away. Right?
But how about that pests and parasite? Will this help, you know, to keep the pests?
Not really. No. Pests, you see that we can make the leaf is so thick. I see the grasshopper eat also the tip pain. You know, when the plant is healthy, it's thick and healthy. Of course, the chances of you being infected by disease lower. Like, no, you're something like your immune system is good. You don't have to go for booster jab. You also survive lah.
I see.
Logic lah.
Okay. Now, another next question: does it mean that with green wizard, there's not really the necessity to add more fertilizer to our plants? Does it mean that?
Okay, if a plant is big, you see, for pot or plant no need. But if plant is big, you know, like the rambutan tree, you still need other fertilizer. But it will help, the green wizard helps because of the enzyme, the population of the microbes. It will help to make your fertilizer, whatever fertilizer. Of course, there's no bad fertilizer, right? To utilize the thing.
I see.
Big plant, right?
Some even say, I think no need to even do compost also. Compost, I think must do lah. Compost is still very natural, right? No. I think
no. I don't want the home gardeners.
Okay. So what?
Yeah, home gardeners. You can actually no. You see, there's one entrepreneur, one guy in Sungai Buloh. What he did is he buy our product. He go and buy the soil, you know, lorry to soil. He go and buy one of this cement mixer, you know, right? He put the soil inside, it clong. He repack it until then he sell one pack 20 ringgit.
Oh wow!
Now these are people entrepreneurs lah.
Yeah.
Of course it works lah.
Okay. What type of soil? What type of soil to use? No need other fertilizer to make the plants grow. I think you answer already lah, huh? I mean, we still need.
No, soil is it? No, soil. I always tell people, soil is not important to a plant. Plant do not eat the soil. The reason I say soil is more to hold the plant to stand and the water retention. Certain plant cannot have retention of water. That's why durian trees need to be planted on the slope. They need water, but it cannot retain the water. So certain plant which don't like retention water like this, or what then right? If you put water retain, the plant will die one. So you need more spongy, more sandy type of soil where the water comes, water go. Right? So that different type of soil for different type of plant on that reason. Not that the plant eat the soil.
But of course, I must beg to differ a little bit, Mr. Robert, in the sense that it's in the sense that, okay, right now, I mean, just now you said your enzyme is actually to grow and cultivate the microbes in the soil. So to me, soil is also important. To me, soil is the living thing, and there's microbes inside. But your enzyme
soil is not the living thing. The microbe is the living thing. The soil is not alive. The soil is the microbe.
But the microbes inside. The microbes inside the soil. So that's why in that sense, soil is also very important.
Yes. For certain, but not that is a food for the plant. What I mean is not the plant, right? On that aspect, right? Certain microbes, you see, if the soil is too dry, too sandy, the microbes won't grow. Right? You need the condition, proper condition for the microbe to grow.
Correct, yeah. Because you see, first, I still do not really believe in hydroponics. Hydroponics are just water and there's no soil. Right now, okay, that's where I think that's where the chemical is, because as I say, this is confirmed by the first speaker as well, where without soil, the microbe is not there, the living thing is not there. Just like yours is just the enzyme that make the microbes grow more, right? But just say you don't have soil, you just have water, and then you put your green wizard in. I think it doesn't work, right?
You need some element for the microbe. Even I see in a pond, in a fish, right? Microbes can actually grow that one, right?
So,
if in a pond,
so are you saying that
because you see a lot of hydroponic,
Mm.
you know how people fertilize hydroponic? You spray.
Yeah,
Spray is like you want muscle, you inject steroid, right? This is how hydroponic works. They spray onto the leaf, right? The fertilizer will goes through the leaf of the cell of the leaf, not through the roots. By naturally, the plant should make the food from the roots.
From the roots.
Right? Right? You cannot see like, you know, like Popeye, the muscle is so big, the feet is so thin, you know?
Yeah.
Thing like that, is it? So
that's why, to me, that hydroponics is still the unnatural way.
Unnatural, yes.
Natural.
Very unnatural.
Yeah, correct, right.
Very
yeah.
unnatural.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't
Of
say
course,
that.
if talk like kangkong, everything is okay because by nature they live in water, right?
Yes,
right?
yeah.
But for certain plant, because it's for, you see, if you buy a hydroponic vegetable, 1 kg, you fry it, become 0.5 kg only because the water content is a lot, you know, right? So if you eat the one you buy from the one is soy based one, is much more nutrition. I mean, more the texture is better one.
Yes, that's right.
So that's still that people still do not like hydroponic, but for the town people who grow it, looks impressive.
Yeah,
it's all impressive. Look like shortcut, you know.
But to me, it's still, as you said, it's better go back to the natural way, right? Yeah.
If you can,
Okay. Now the next question is that just now you said, putting that your green wizard just to the 10-cent coin will do. But how about big trees?
Yeah, actually I mentioned, you see, because we have a chart also, you see, every 6 inches of the circumference of the tree, put 1 dash. We will give you a guide to that. No? I mean, I cannot say miracle, right? It's either I'll be cheating. No?
That means the so to speak, the formula is at 6 inches, about 10-cent coin.
Yeah, right. One for circumference of the tree.
Okay.
Right? So if it's quite a big tree, the best you put other fertilizer also. Right? The best, what fertilizer you need to put inside.
Okay. The next question about your filter. Can we home use your filter, the water filter? Can we use it at home as well?
Yeah, home, you see, you can fix the thing, right? But you do not need the pump because your house got water pressure. You can get it and connect it to the water, right? You can buy this switch, you can buy from DIY, right? Where you turn, you know, then the water either go through the filter or you don't go through filter. No, people using that also. Because we are using membrane filter, which is much cheaper than what you can get it. But of course, when we sell you, we come to the cap everything, just in case like Shabas potong air, cut the water, you can still use right? Because even you got filter, if the Shabas cut the water, your filter cannot work already because you don't have water pressure. Right?
I see. Okay. Now, just now, of course, we see that it is like very clean and they can drink, but does it actually filter out the germs and bacteria? And
yes, bacteria. Yes, but not virus, right? Not virus. Because it looks clean, we still advise them to boil the water, make it a habit of boiling water before it. Because you see, example like filter water is clean or bacteria, they could have touched something and touched it. The water goes back to.
Yeah.
Right? But these people already water filtering. So they use the bacteria. You know, they're drinking straight today without filtering. So it's not a big problem for them. Unless there's a pandemic there, there's a corona happen, then of course things happen.
Okay. Now this person says that they are a soilless planting.
So rainwater is no problem.
Rainwater we can actually again filter lah.
Rainwater is no problem. Of course, but rainwater, whatever water lah. Right.
Okay. Annie Chu was saying this. They are soilless planting using Japanese microfilm. Have you heard of that? You want to comment on that? Japanese microfilm.
Is it referring to like EM?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
There are plenty of ways.
Yeah.
Japanese, they are this guy invented the EM, the effective.
Correct. As you said, like EM is live. Yeah. EM is a live.
Yeah, but these are.
Yeah.
It is not like you taking your orange skin and pear skin and do that is not EM,
Yeah.
Right? That is fermentation, like making sake like that, right? So you see, EM, they are selected microbes.
Yeah.
Like people make this detergent. These are selected microbes. The good microbe, you cannot simply take and grow one, That could be bad microbe.
Yeah.
Right? So I see a lot of people, gardeners, they take what? Their leftover, the banana peel, the orange skin, and they put it and they make it ferment. I think this is not effective micro. These are just fermentation.
That's one.
You
Just
can make
that's
wine.
compose. That's just composting only lah. That's not EM. Yeah, that's composting. Putting the peels, all that composting.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Correct. How about this aquaponic? Is it natural? Is aquaponic natural? What do you think? Yeah.
Natural. I think they can grow as long as you don't put synthetic thing, right? But a lot of aquaponic, hydroponic, aquaponic is actually put fish to that, right? So hopefully that the fish of the waste of fish were able to go on a cycle type of thing lah.
Yeah.
This is what they do lah.
So that's why the next question is that can this green
But I think people do.
sorry, you go ahead.
Why it's okay.
No, you said something. You've seen people what lah?
You.
No, I'm actually want to go to the next
I
question.
forget
Can use the green wizard for hydroponics. That's my question. To put inside the water. Do you think it can? Not possible, right? That means can you
hydroponic? I think aquaponic, yes.
Two different things, ma. Aquaponic is to use the fish, species, right? But hydroponic is actually just water, and of course they put in. To me, it's like chemical nutrients. But now the question is that can your green wizard be used in the hydroponics?
Because you see, our thing is in powder form, but it's not as soluble, water soluble as a liquid, you see, right? So because hydroponic, they use mist, right? So we're afraid that it might jam the thing because the material need to be melted down, like dissolve in water, take some time, right? So what happens if the material will jam out the pores in the thing? That could be a problem, see?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all the questions. Yeah, Jackie, right now. Okay, one more. Where to buy, please? Oh, okay. Yeah. So buying, buying, not to worry. I think since now we are a large group, so perhaps what I can do is I try to talk to Mr. Robes, okay, to get some good discount or whatever. Or and maybe don't worry. I think all of you all the audience here in our Yayasan chat room or not? If it's not, I think maybe Chu can help me to put the link to join our WhatsApp group. Then at least, I think I can disseminate all this information subsequently. Not to worry. Is that all right?
You share the video if you want for them.
Yeah, can give me the video? Yeah, that'd be good. That I can share in the video. Yeah, for those perhaps who miss it. But not to worry, this session is recorded and therefore it is in our Yayasan YouTube. Yeah. Can it be, the next question, can it be used in aquaponics? Again, I think as long as it's salt can be used right now, Mr. Robes? Yeah, salt, you can put it in. I think water may not be, because that's why he said it's not water.
But you can put in a pond, you can put in a pond, there's no problem. Because
pond is okay, but not the hydroponics.
Not the spray type.
Yeah, correct, So it's applied dissolved in water, But again, if you ask me, I mean, my dear audience here, I actually really put even in my slide of my Yayasan to really discourage you all to use hydroponic. To me, hydroponic is still not natural. We are advocating here a safe source of food, and sustainability of food. So really think about it. I know that as what Mr. Robert said, it's easy, right? But it's still not a natural way, right? So with
I think hydroponic, as long as do not spray chemical. Right? I think it should be okay. Maybe you put the fertilizer into the water.
I still feel not so safe. I think maybe I can introduce you, Mr. Robes, my first speaker, Mr. Arrow Pereira. He is a proponent, of back to the soil.
Soil is the best, but of course. People prefer soil. I prefer soil.
It's still back to the nature, that's what I always believe.
We can help nature, but we do not overrule nature.
Correct. We don't overrule the nature. We work together with nature. Enhance what you do. I'm very glad. I think your green wizard will really enhance the natural way. Because I believe enzyme definitely help to cultivate microbes. Correct. Fantastic. Okay, well, I think again, as I said, I do not want to take drag it too long. Okay? And then after that, I won't have speakers now. I do not want to take so long. I don't want to have hours Mr. Roberts for so long one this session. Okay, so I think I put it an end to it. But really, contact us. Anything you want, okay? Contact Mr. Roberts. I will let you all know. Just contact us, and then we will be able to disseminate all this information to you all. Okay, now shall we take photograph? Okay,
Wow.
so please switch on your video, okay, so that I can take a good photograph. Yeah. Okay, good. See all your
handsome and pretty girls here.
handsome faces. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, yeah, so glad to see all of you. Yeah. Okay. Ready, yeah? Okay, ready? Hey, we must put thumbs up for Mr. Roberts. Okay, always thumbs up for the speaker. Thumbs up for the speaker. Okay, yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Second page. 1, 2, 3. Third page. 1, 2, 3. And fourth page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Therefore, really thanks a lot, really, yeah. So again, yeah, just contact us for any other thing, you know, I perhaps get some bulk buying, you know, from Mr. Roberts.
Okay.
Okay, yep. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, good day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Is there
A
any
reminder,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
the
very much.
link to join our WhatsApp group is in the chat, so you can take that down if you want to join our chat group.
Yeah, yeah. The link to join our chat room is all in the chat
It's
room.
in the chat, and also I also posted the link to our YouTube channel.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chu. Thanks a lot. Okay.